All right, in this training, we are going to be talking about your third session, your third 15-minute session during your power hour, which is where you are going to post something to your Instagram stories. So, if you've ever wondered, like, what's the difference between posting my feed versus what's in Instagram stories? How do I use stories for my business? Then this training is for you because we're going to give an overview, a crash course in Instagram stories, and how you want to be effectively using this time during your power hour session as an IPA time to grow your business. So first of all, I would love to know who is watching us live. So please say hi in the comments. Let me know, are you registered for the challenge yet? And if not, tell us in the comments if you are registered for the challenge. If you are not registered for the challenge, then go to powerhourchallenge.com. It's $10 to get into the challenge. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit, but it's $10 and that gets you eligible for cash prizes. So the more people we have participate, the more cash we have to give away. And you could be a winner. So anybody who's registered is automatically into the drawing for at least something. Awesome. Hi, Tina. I see Tina is registered. I'm glad you are on. Tina, you've been a trooper. I think you've been on like every single one of these trainings live. So, hi. Hopefully you enjoyed Ellery's training yesterday. She was talking about how to schedule your post. The day before that, I was talking about what you should be doing during the attract portion of your power hour, what you should be posting to your feed. And then on day one, we talked about your first session, which is an intentional engagement session to get visibility on your account, to engage with other accounts, so that they see your account and you get more eyes on your post for when you're ready to post. Okay, so at this point, here's what you should, well, let's talk about. Oops, here we go. So here's what you should have already done. Let's say we've done a power hour. Okay, so at this point, when you're posting a story, you will have engaged on the account for 15 minutes on other accounts. And by the way, can I say something about this? Because a couple of you have reached out to me and I just want to clarify. When you are engaging on these larger accounts, these are industry accounts and these are audience accounts. These are people that would be potential customers for you. This is not engaging on your company's accounts or other people who are part of your company. You should absolutely be engaging on those accounts, but this is not during this engagement session, that's not what that is for. And the reason you don't want to be doing that is it's very obvious. Think about it. Who is, let's say you're with Mary Kay. Most people here are Mary Kay people. So let's say you are on hashtag MyMKLife or you're on Mary Kay US. Who are the people engaging on those posts? People who are already on the products. They're either consultants or current customers. And if you go and you engage on, say, a national sales director's account, which you absolutely should, just not during this time, but if you go and engage on her account, that's the audience she has built, and those are potential customers for her. You want to build your own audience. So that first 15-minute engagement session is for you to get some visibility from people who could be potential customers for you, to present yourself as with credibility and contributing to the industry. So those people are already spoken for those other nationals or directors. And also, you're just wasting your time if you're spending this time on Mary Kay accounts or your company's accounts, because those people are already on the products. They're not potential customers for you. So just kind of keep that in mind. I wanted to clarify that because I've had a couple people now who have reached out to me about that. Does that make sense? Tell me in the comments. Does that make sense to you? Like, not engaging on Mary Kay accounts. We are engaging on accounts with people who are interested in beauty topics and who are in your target audience to hopefully get them to check you out and then come follow you. Okay. So, so we're going to be talking today about the third session. Okay. So the first session we engage, then we're going to post, and then we are going to post in our stories. Okay. So that's what today's training topic is about: stories that connect. So why do you want to do this? Why are stories so important? And why is this such a valuable step? So this is where you are going to do two things. You're going to connect deeper with your followers. This is where you're going to show them who you are. You're going to show them that you're human. And that's why we post things here like behind the scenes or aspects of our personal life. This is showing them who you are. You're going to dive deeper into how you help. And you're going to get those people to take the next step from follower to lead, okay? Because what this does in stories, which leads me to the next point, is it initiates conversations in the DMs. So anytime somebody responds to your story on Instagram or on Facebook, it goes right into your personal messages. It's not a public comment, it goes into your personal messages. I want you to think about that. They are initiating the conversation. No spammy hey girl messages, you reaching out to be making a list of 100 people, going through your friends list, reaching out to people who you played volleyball with 20 years ago and you haven't spoken to since, and you're like, hey, how's it going? Your kids are cute. By the way, can I talk to you about a great business opportunity? I mean, we've all gotten those messages, right? No, this is not you reaching out to people. This is people who are interested initiating the conversation with you because they've responded to your story and now they're in your DMs and you can have that conversation. They have showed you that they are interested. So think about your stories, and we're going to talk about like what are your stories, what makes a good story, all of that in a second. But think about your stories as the bridge between your posts and your DMs. So when people are going through your posts, they're commenting on there and they still got to reach out and message you. But once they're following you, they see your stories and the stories get them in the DM. So think about it as a bridge from your posts to your DMs. Can you visualize that? That's why this is such a valuable thing. And that's what a lot of people are missing on their social media when they tell me they can't convert people from followers to customers. It's because they're not getting people in the DMs. And stories is a great non-spammy way to get the people who are interested in your stuff into your DMs, okay? So what are stories? So I want you to think of it, it's another channel to communicate on Instagram. It's separate from your posts. And when you are on your Instagram feed, you'll see that your stories show up at the top. They are all, there's circles at the top, okay? And your story is always first. When I took this screenshot, I didn't have an active story. If your story is active, you'll have one of those circles around your story too, that kind of pink and orange circle. That means you've got an active story. If you don't, you'll see the plus sign there for you to create a story. Okay, so that is where the stories are. And stories are only up for 24 hours. Your posts are permanent unless you delete them or archive them. Your stories are only up for 24 hours. So it's a great place to post in the moment things, or say things like for right now, where we're posting about the Power Hour Challenge. This is something that in a week from now really isn't going to be relevant because the challenge will have already started, right? So that's why we're posting this in our stories so much, because it's only going to be up there for the next 24 hours. And they're primarily seen by your followers. So when someone clicks follow, they're going to see you. So stories are not a great way to get reach on your account. They're not a great way to get visibility on your account. They're a great way to connect deeper with the people already following you. So they're not the best strategy for reaching people. That's what your posts are for. They're for reaching people who aren't following you yet. And once they're following you, then they see your stories. And it's important that you post often in your stories, because in someone's feed, whoever has them, when you post a recent story, you get moved to the front of the line on someone else's story. And then when someone else posts, they get moved to the front of the line. So the more often you post in stories, the more you get to the front of the line and the more often they'll see your stories. Very often when people are clicking through stories, they only click past the first 3 or 4 and then they exit out of stories and go to the feed. So it's really helpful if you are up there often. Okay, but if you're not doing it at all, at least let's shoot for once a day. Okay, at least let's shoot for once a day. If you are already really utilizing stories, 4, 5, up to 10 times a day, just randomly and spread it out throughout the day. I know it seems like a lot, but a lot of times that can be just like a quick little snapshot of something that you're doing. You know what I mean? Like the other day I posted a snapshot of me getting ready to do the training on here. So, post a picture of your coffee just so you get moved to the front of that line so they see your stories, okay? Your stories are also more casual, and they don't need to be as branded as your feed, okay? These can be more casual and more in the moment. You definitely don't need a full face of makeup on to do these. If you are doing a video, these should be giving insight into your life. So this is how I kind of tell people. I love using analogies. As you've seen, I've used already 2 analogies talking about stories. But think about it this, okay? It's your skincare class versus running into a customer in the grocery store. So your skincare class, if you're doing a in-person skincare class, right? You're going to have your Mary Kay image. You're going to probably be hopefully in skirted attire. You're going to be looking professional. You're going to have a full face of makeup on. Your hair will be done. You've got a professional flip chart that you're flipping through, and you are taking them through the presentation because you are presenting yourself in a professional way to potential customers. Your stories are like if you ran into your potential customers while you were out at the grocery store. You just see them in real life. They see you there. You're out with your kids. They're making noise. Maybe you've got a mom bun in. Maybe you've got a hat on and you don't really have your makeup on. That's the difference. Both are important because your audience needs to see that you're a human being and that you have a life. Now, you all know I'm a big thing about privacy. I do not post every moment of my life on social media. You do not have to do that, okay? So if you don't feel comfortable showing every aspect of your life, I don't post a lot about my kids. My kids are freaking cute. I bet I could get a ton of engagement if I posted about my stinking cute kids. I don't post about them a lot on social media because I want to protect their privacy. And I personally, this is my personal feeling. You can feel different. I don't judge anybody who posts their kids on social media, but for me, I don't want to feel like I'm exploiting my kids to get views on my feed. Okay, that's just my personal feeling, and I like to keep certain things about my personal life off of social media. Now, you all who are part of my life and are seeing me on these lives regularly, and we're here in our Facebook group, you know me, and very often you'll see Oliver walking in here with his snotty nose and my dog's in the background, and Atticus asking me to, turn on a TV show for him, and that's totally different. I'm happy to open my life to all of you. I'm an open book. But on social media, you just want to be selective about what you're going to show. But some things you could show. And by the way, if you do want to show your children, that's great. Okay. Like if that is your brand and that's who you are, that's awesome. But maybe you show something like, do you like coffee or tea? I thought of, actually, I almost posted this in my stories because I was at Chick-fil-A. And by the way, I grew up in Michigan, and we didn't really have Chick-fil-A growing up. It's there now, but everyone always talked about Chick-fil-A. So when I moved to Ohio and then in Illinois, and Chick-fil-A is like a bigger deal out here, I became a big believer in Chick-fil-A. So anyways, I almost posted something on my stories. I don't know why I didn't. I think I got totally distracted by my life. But I was like, do you prefer waffle fries, sweet potato fries, shoestring fries, or steak fries? As like a quiz on there. So those are some things that you can do, that's not digging into your privacy. It's just kind of having fun with your story. So you can think about some things like that. So just so you know, you decide where your boundaries are. And if it does not feel comfortable, if it does not align with who you are, if it does not align with your values, your priorities, what you see for your children or for what your husband or your spouse feels comfortable with, then definitely keep that private. Okay. So I'm not saying open everything up. And by the way, there is definitely another, and I know we just kind of have to take a moment to talk about this. There's also oversharing on social media. So things like, you have to decide if your political views are going to be part of your brand. You have to decide you're going to have to decide if your religious views are going to be part of your brand. You have to decide if you have some really hard stories in your life. Like we all have stories of trauma maybe we've gone through, and you can decide if you want to share that or not. Just make sure whatever it is that you are sharing, that you're sharing it from a positive place. And that you realize, if you do post something polarizing, you're going to alienate a lot of people who feel the opposite of that. So you're going to see I have very strong religious views. And if you get in a conversation with me, I will debate you all day about current events and all of that. But I don't ever post about it on social media because that is just not part of my brand on social media. That's just my personal viewpoint. I don't go there on social media because I don't even want to open myself up to that kind of debate behind a keyboard, right? So you decide what is most important to you and what you want to show. I didn't mean to go into in this training, but I feel like that gets brought up so much about the privacy issue that I feel like we needed to take a moment and have a real conversation about what that looks like. So would you agree that was probably something we needed to talk about? So if you want some more information about stories, all of you have access to the Intro to Instagram course for free. I do a whole training on how to use stories, what you should do in your stories. It's not an in-depth training, it's an introductory course to stories that will show you exactly. I am not going to give you a tutorial today of how to post in your stories. You can go to Intro to Instagram and watch that tutorial there. So you can do that. I also have a course called Your Story Strategy, where I go in depth in this and give you tons more ideas of what to do in your stories and how to make them more visual appealing and all that. So those are some things that I have, but definitely if you do not know how to post a story, go watch it in this training here. So what should you post in your story? So I've kind of talked a little bit about this. One is products. This is the place to post your products, not in your feed. Post your products in your stories, okay? So those social media playbook posts, convert them to be stories posts rather than post in your Instagram feed. Show your own product journey, your befores and your afters. Show your demonstrations of your favorite products. I know we've got a whole thing about the eye puffiness reducer right now. We got this challenge. This is where you post this stuff in your stories, because these are the people who are already following you and have expressed interest in the value you're giving them. And because they're interested in that value, they're going to see your stories, and this is the place where you're going to post those products, okay? Education, dive deeper in tips, tutorials, tools, training, right? All starts with a T. Dive deeper, show them the inside scoop on how to do something. Behind the scenes, show them your skincare routine, show them your business, show them you packing up orders, show them getting ready to do a training with your team, show you setting up for a skincare class, show yourself earning prizes, show yourself at a company event, show yourself on a coaching call with your director. Those are all great behind the scenes. Show your office. People want to see what you do. Show how you work your business with your kids. Show how your picture with your dog, with your newest box that you're going to open from your latest shipment. Those are all great things. Hopefully you're all writing these down. So BTS stands for behind the scenes. And this is also where you're going to show the behind the scenes of your personal life. One thing that you can do is, and if you go on my Instagram, you'll see I have a day in the life highlight. I can show that to you actually. I'll pull it up on a screen share in a minute. And what that will do is, where am I? Brittany Ash. Is document your day. And I'll tell you, I did this once, where I documented my day, and I learned so much. First of all, one really cool thing about it is I didn't feel that I had to look perfect online anymore. I was able to just kind of show who I was. It also was in the middle of the pandemic where we were all kind of feeling a little lonely, and I really felt like I had a community going through my day with me. So let me show you. If you go on Brittany.Ash, my that Instagram there, you can see, if you scroll here, see how it says a day in the life? This will show you, I documented my life here for one day. You'll see me grocery shopping with my kids. You'll see our daily schedule. You'll see, what it looks like in the day of the life of Brittany Ash. I should probably update it. It was like a year ago. So that's another thing that you can do. If you don't know what to post your day. Just go through, document your day. And you'll be amazed how many people are interested in that stuff. I thought people would find that super boring. And the feedback I got from people was they're like, I enjoyed watching you. It was really fun. So engage with them. Ask fun questions. That's what I mean, like the coffee and tea. Get to know your audience. There are engagement stickers on Instagram, those poll stickers, those question stickers. Again, I go through that in that training and intro to Instagram. But get to know your audience. Ask them a question. It might not be related to your business, but what this will do is this will train them to engage with you. Some of you aren't getting engagement because you haven't trained your audience to engage with you. You got to train them. It takes time. And you got to show them that when they go to their stories, you're going to be asking them questions and they're going to want to engage with you. So things like, do you prefer coffee or tea? What kind of fries do you like? Things like, if your house caught on fire, what's the first thing that you would save? Those are some great little questions. In fact, you want to know something that I did for a while? I did all during the month of January. There's this thing, it's called Table Topics. And I would draw a card from here. And I would just ask a question. Like this one says, if you live to be 100, would it be more important to have a sharp mind or a fit body? This is a great poll question. So you do a poll and one would say sharp mind, the other one would say fit body. People love to engage on that stuff. So put some things on there for them to engage with. And then this is where you want to really promote your stuff in your stories, okay? You're kind of soft promoting in your posts on your feed. You're asking them to click the link in your bio or to DM you for more information. In your stories, you can really be a little more direct in asking them to book with you, in asking them to have a conversation with you. So here's what you can do, showing before and afters. And you could say like a poll question, you want this for yourself? Yes or heck yes. We never ask yes or no, right? We don't care about the no's. The no's aren't going to answer yes or heck yes. And if they say yes, I want yes or heck yes, you message them because they said they want that transformation too. And that's where you can reach out in the DMs with them, showing social proof, showing things that your clients have said about working with you or using your products. FAQs, things they want to know. Do you offer a guarantee? And then go on and say, yes, we do offer a 100% guarantee on all of our products, blah, blah, blah. And then you, that's a great one there. You can also now, I love this, put links in your stories. So you can put a direct link to a specific product on your website. I don't recommend that. I think you should still always have a conversation with somebody, but you can put on there a link to your Facebook group. Excuse me. You can put on there a link to, say, a beauty assessment, like if you've got a Google form, or you can put on there a link to, say, if you're hosting a live event and maybe you've got Zoom registration or Eventbrite registration, or you've got a Facebook event, you can send them a link to that event. So that's what I love about stories is you can do a whole lot more with them. And the algorithm isn't going to ding you for links in your stories because they want you to use them. Here's the thing, no matter what you do in your stories, you always, 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 always include an action. I don't care if it's just a sticker asking them if they like coffee or tea better. Always ask them to do something, okay? So one of the big ones, you could just say, reply to this story. Whenever I do a reply to this story, I like to do a keyword. So you could say, reply to this story, SOS, if you want more help with your skincare too. Okay, so that way they just type in like SOS and it's easy for them rather than having to actually like say something to you, right? Poll stickers, that's those yes or no's. So if you see that poll sticker on the right there, where they can choose between one or two options, you can do a this or that option. Question stickers where they can you ask a question and they put their answer and then it's great, you can share those questions later. This is great for like an ask me anything. Ask me anything about skincare, ask me anything about retinol, ask me anything about our under eye puffiness reducer. And then you can go back on and answer those questions. The quiz sticker gives multiple options and they choose from multiple options on there, where the poll is only one or the other. The question is multiple options, but you could do this like a quiz. Show like a really small snippet of your desk and be like, guess where I'm working today, and give options: at my office, at a coffee shop, in my kitchen, or whatever, and have them guess where you're working. Slider sticker, that's one where they choose like an emotion. Are you excited for such and such? And they can choose that emotion. Want to know more about blah, 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 and they can slide that slider over how excited they are about that. Share your stickers. That would be something like this. Maybe you post like, this is my favorite motivational song, and you post your favorite motivational song and then you do the share your sticker, then they can share their motivational song and it will collect everyone who has used that sticker to share their motivational song. And a countdown sticker is great too. I use countdowns for our lives. I'm using it for the challenge. If you have anything coming up, maybe you do the new product release that's coming out on the 16th. So the new or 16th, on your websites, new products coming out, and then do a countdown for it, and they can be notified when that timer is up. So always, always, always include an action, something for them to do. So if you don't know what to post, here's a really simple 3-part story that you can do during this 15-minute session every single day. So first things first, you will have just posted your story. Okay, you have just posted on your feed, just posted a post. Take that post and share it to your story. You click that share button. See, I've got it circled up there. You click that share button and you can put it in on your story. Then, so share that, and then share another 15-second to 1-minute video of saying something deeper about your post. Okay, so let's say you share something where you're like, Vitamin C is a great, this is a silly post. Don't do this, but whatever. Let's say you say like vitamin C is a great ingredient for firming up your skin on your face. And then you could say on there, hey, just so you know I just shared a post about that vitamin C is great for firming up the skin on your face. You know what it's also great for? Reducing sunspots. So I know that we're going out in the sun. I'm going to show you, here's a demo of me using this product. Well, whatever. I don't know. I totally, but think of something. But that's where, so dive deeper in your stories. Share your post and then say something about your post. Face to camera just means you're holding it up like a selfie and you're talking directly into the camera. And then share one more thing. So you're going to do 3 shares. The third one should be a reply or a sticker that coincides with your story. So like, let's say you post a makeup look, and you posted like 3 eye colors, and then you could be like, want to know what colors I used? Yes, please, or heck yes. And then respond to those people who reply to your stories, okay? I want you to know this takes time for your audience to get used to doing this, okay? So it might take you week 1, week 2 where you're not getting any replies, and that's okay. Okay, so that's why we do this for 28 days, to develop the habit and to train your audience. So I don't want you to be hard on yourself and be like, this doesn't work, I'm doing it wrong. It just takes time for people to start engaging on your stuff. Okay, so just be patient with yourself with that. So here I've got a little assignment for you today. Is I want you to come up with some questions that you can ask in your stories. And I want you to remember, so these first 2 are really business focused. These are for you to get leads and really start those conversations in your DMs. So I want you to be thinking about what questions could you ask that could get people, that would draw in the people who were interested in your beauty consulting services. Ooh, you like that? Beauty consulting services. What questions could you ask that their replies to it would start a conversation about your business, your beauty consulting services, or your business coaching services if you're looking to really go hard on the recruiting. So, so asking those questions. Things like, I love this one right here, like, what's one word to describe how you feel about your skin right now? What's the number one thing that you are struggling with when it comes to your foundation? Have you, you could share something like one thing that I really struggled with when I was trying to figure out my skincare is every time I tried a new product, my skin would break out and I was getting these dry patches. And then you could post a story that says, do you struggle with this too? Right? And then they can respond and then you can have a conversation with them. So 10 poll questions with just 2 answers. 10 open-ended questions where they can reply, or you can use it as a question sticker, and then come up with 8 fun get-to-know-you questions. Just get to know your audience. Fun questions that don't really mean anything about your business. It's just you showing you're a human and you connecting with your audience in a fun way. And then I got another idea for you. If you don't know how to do a story, first of all, definitely watch that training. But one thing that you can do is show behind the scenes right now, post a practice story. Show your audience you working behind the scenes and post about the Power Hour Challenge. So let me tell you why you should do this. 1, it's going to show behind the scenes of your business. Here's an example. Tracy Wilkerson. Thank you, Tracy, for posting about the Power Hour Challenge. I had a couple people who came to the challenge through your post. So show your audience you working behind the scenes. It can help you practice using tags, using links. And if you tag me in it, which Tracy, you did get another entry into the drawing. If you tag me in it, it will get you another point into the drawing to win cash. And it promotes the challenge. So if anybody replies to this story, make sure you tell them. And actually, I wouldn't post the link. Don't post the Power Hour Challenge link. Instead, have them reply to your story so that way you can send them to the Power Hour Challenge and say, tell them I sent you. Okay? Because you'll get more points if they say you're the one who referred them. So I'm going to encourage you to post this today. Something about this. Show them you working on your Power Hour Challenge. Show them a picture of your packet or you sitting here right now. Snap a photo right now of you watching this training with me. Okay? Whatever you got to do, just showing behind the scenes of you working on your Power Hour Challenge. If you need more stories ideas, okay, once again, you can create these yourself. You can come up with these yourself, or we can do them for you through our content calendar or our content library. We'll plan it all for you. We tell you every day, if you've got the access to the stories library, every day we will tell you what to post in your stories every day. And everything has one of those replies or action or engagement stickers. And we give you the scripts for what to say to follow up with them when they respond. So we tell you exactly how to initiate that conversation if you're when you get it from the Beauty Boss content library. So what you would need for this would be at least a Ruby level subscription, so you get not only the Instagram post and the Instagram stories and Instagram lives. Or with the diamond level, you'll get those too, but you'll also get Facebook posts and the private profitable Facebook group. The sapphire level does not include stories, okay? It's just Instagram posts. So you would need a ruby level or a diamond level in order to get access to the stories. So here are some action steps. Number 1, if you aren't in the challenge, what are you waiting for? Register. It's $10. And if you don't have $10, go sell a charcoal mask and keep $2 from your profit, right? Charcoal mask, and is it still $24? I don't know. I haven't checked the price increases, right? So that's $12 profit for you. Keep the $2 and put the 10 towards your challenge. I promise it will be worth it. So your $10 registration fee, it includes eligibility to win cash prizes. We're giving away cash, resources and tracking sheets, access to that that packet. You're also going to get access to the Power Hour video where I'm going to take you step by step. So when you do your Power Hour, you're going to get a video to watch to follow along, and I'm going to tell you, all right, time's up. Now we're on this session. Time's up. We're on this session. I'll talk you through exactly what to do there. You're also going to get accountability text messages from me, so that way you stay on task. You don't forget about the challenge, and you feel like you've got a cheerleader cheering you on. Well, not even feel like. You do have a cheerleader cheering you on. I am cheering you on. And as my gift to you, for those of you who want more Instagram training, you're going to get $100 off the Instagram Academy for Beauty Consultants. You'll get $100 off the Lifetime All Access Pass. I highly recommend, if you're considering that, you do it now, because that includes a 30-day trial of the Beauty Boss content library. So when you sign up for this, and you can put this training off till next month, but you'll get all of the May calendar for free. Included with this Instagram Academy, so that you've got all your posts your posts and your stories ready to go for you. So after you've done that, print out your packet, invite others, create that questions list, 10 two-choice questions, 10 open-ended questions, and 8 fun questions. So you've got those ready to go. If you're doing the content library, you don't have to do that. We've already planned it out for you. And then post that back to story. Make sure you tag me in it to get a point into the drawing. So, Donna said it's $25 now. All right, so you get $2.50 left in your profit. Okay, so whatever. I'm sorry, I do not pay attention to the price increase. I just send my customers, I'm like, here's the link to the product, and they can see what the price is. So okay, couple questions here. Karen wanted to know, where do you get the stickers? The stickers are in your stories in that intro to Instagram course. I will show you where to get the stickers in that. I've already created a training that will tell you exactly how to do that, Karen. There's just a sticker button that will show you there. Where is the packet to print? Okay, let me see. Let me share my screen here. The packet to print, when you sign up for the Power Hour, there is, you'll see this prep for the challenge. You're going to see all this list here, and here is where you download and print your packet. Let me scroll all the way up here. When you click this button right here, you can download it, and then you can print it. Okay, so that is in your resources. So when you sign up for the challenge, you get access to all of these resources here, and then you can download your packet right in there. That's a really great question. Any other questions about stories or about anything with the Power Hour? All right. If you do have questions, go ahead and you can put them in the comments here. So if you are not registered, make sure that you register. We want you to do this with us. It's going to be really fun. We're kicking off on Monday, and wait till you guys see. I've got some surprises for those of you who are registered in our resources on Monday morning. So make sure, just get excited. Monday's going to be super fun. So, but it's only for those of you who have registered. So, it'll be fun. Okay, see you guys there. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about engagement session number 2 in your Power Hour. session. All right, see you then.